Looks like we have another outrageous child support case. Miami rapper Flo Rida is in the news after reaching a child support agreement in the Bronx with his baby mama. That's the mother of his 6-year-old special needs son. He's going to have to pay nearly $500,000 per year through the New York child support system. And yes, you heard right. I said $500,000 every single year for this child. And no, before anybody says this is why men shouldn't be married, Flo Rida was never ever married to this woman at all. Just a 304 groupie that allowed a man she barely knew to have unprotected relations with her in hopes of getting a retirement check. And Alexis Adams, she did just that. How many of you can retire right now and get $500,000 each year? This is just crazy. That's more than what 98% of Americans bring in each year. Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. If you're watching from Miami-Dade or the Bronx, New York, let me know below in the comments. Flo Rida has been in the middle of a bitter battle with his baby mama over child support payments for their son for quite some time, and he's now been ordered to hand over an eye-watering amount in child support. On Thursday, May 25, 2023, a New York judge ordered the rapper to cough up monthly and annual payments totaling $500,000 to Alexis Adams, the mother of his son, Zohar Dillard. His son was diagnosed with autism and a brain condition called hydrocephalus. The order, which was issued by family court judge Shira Atzman, made clear that the rapper must pay $14,000 per month for child support, plus more than $2,200 a month for health insurance, and set up an escrow account for $300,000 for Zohar's care. On top of all of that, Flo Rida was ordered to pay Alexis $188,000 immediately. That money is supposed to be used to cover his son's school and other costs. That's nothing to sneeze at just for a kid. We all know this child did not need no $500,000 per year to survive. What child needs that much money to live on? Most adults don't even use that much in a decade. This judge Shira Atzman should be ashamed of herself. This is just crazy. As for Flo Rida and Alexis, this should be the end of their contentious legal battle. Alexis, she's been using the blogs and tabloids to fight Flo Rida for at least 5 years now. Back in 2018, she ran to the Daily Mail and told them that Flo Rida allegedly called his son an evil effing child. All this time, you haven't heard much from Flo Rida, but Alexis, she shows up about every year trying to add more fuel to the fire. She's been using these blogs to get her way and gain sympathy for her reckless decisions. She also ran to the blogs and told them that Flo Rida denied the child until a DNA test proved that Zohar was indeed his son. At the time, these nasty blogs caping for the mother printed that Flo Rida was denying the child was his, and following along with the mother with her words, they said that he knew in fact that he was, which is utter BS. How could you say that he knew in fact that the child was his before the DNA test? No, she wanted to tell him that the child was his and he was supposed to believe her automatically? Nah, it doesn't work like that. They got the DNA test, confirmed the child was his, and then he no longer questioned paternity. And you know what? There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. When you're having babies with questionable women who just lay down and let men have unprotected relations with them that's not committed to her, DNA testing should be mandatory at birth, especially if you're reckless and you're also dealing with 304s and boppers who are reckless too. Always get a DNA test. Nobody's going to be stuck paying thousands of dollars, or in this case millions of dollars, on child support for kids that don't belong to them. And then in those cases where fathers find out that the kid doesn't belong to them, they don't get any money back for that. Logical men in 2023, they're not going to just believe you because you said it. You need proof. You 304s probably got away with that 20 years ago, but not anymore. Everything about their situation is questionable. Alexis told the blogs that she met Flo Rida in 2015, but lost contact with him after she got pregnant. They were not exclusive. We already know what this was. And then these blogs, they've been protecting her image for years, talking about a relationship. They didn't have a relationship. This woman was a bopper on the prowl looking for a retirement check. You don't have a boyfriend for a considerable amount of time and just so happen to lose contact with him when you got pregnant. Alexis is always going to tell the story in a way that doesn't make her look like the 304 that she was. Flo Rida, for his part, only made one mention about the situation in the past. That's when he told TMZ that he believed Alexis was vying for a cash grab. Outside of that one statement, he's been very silent on the subject as he continued to pay monthly child support to Alexis over the years since 2018, while Alexis continued to go to the blogs, making it seem like she was poor, as if Flo Rida wasn't financing her lifestyle via child support. Also, from my understanding, the rapper had little to no contact with the child. Then in March 2023, their son fell from a 5-story building in Jersey City. The boy suffered a shattered pelvis, fractures, a liver laceration, internal bleeding, and collapsed lungs. Once again, Alexis tried to drag Flo Rida in the blogs, saying that he wasn't paying her money to, quote, help their son recover. This is what these flamingos do, by the way. Whenever they want to extort more money out of you, they go back to the trusted blogs. This woman doesn't provide a penny for their son or herself, but time after time, she's going to these blogs talking about needing money from him. Never mind, at the time, he was still following the previous child support order from 2018. They don't care. Doesn't matter that he's paying money like he was ordered to do. This bopper can still run up to the podcast man or a blogging lady and make statements to insinuate he's not paying or helping financially. Now, after the incident where the son fell from the building, Alexis said, quote, I am just so grateful that my son is alive, fighting, and is still here with me. He's a real-life superhero. You know, it's crazy that her son is supposed to be her everything. She literally couldn't support herself without him. But she would be so reckless to somehow allow her kid to play around windows and balconies and fall from 5 stories high? Alexis, where exactly did you happen to be at when he was by that window? That's the $1 million question that no one posed to Alexis. That should be investigated too. You know, when that all happened and Flo Rida was smart, he should have went for full custody then. He could hire 2 caregivers, nannies, to help him with his son. You know, find 2 retired ladies down in Miami that would love to take that position, because I don't know what Alexis is doing. And it's crazy how these blogs are always coming at him in defense of her, but nobody, absolutely nobody, questioned her negligence in her son's fall. She's saying that the Jersey City Buildings Management, that they are the ones who are negligent and careless, which led to the fall. She's suing them now. And you know, Alexis could be correct. That's something that her attorney will deal with. But Alexis, I still believe that your negligence should be investigated as well. When I first heard about this, I thought something just didn't sound right. He fell from a 5-story building? Like, come on, where was his high-paid overseer at? This woman is eating off this boy every way you can think of, but she can't make sure that he doesn't fall out the window? After that incident, Flo Rida did come out and thanked everyone for their concern and prayers about his son surviving the fall. It's all just a crazy set of events. The $500,000 child support arrangement comes months after Flo Rida was awarded over $82 million in a settlement with energy drink company Celsius. That's after nearly a decade battle with the company. So now all of these people are counting his pockets, including his baby mama and Judge Atzman overseeing this case, awarding this lady who was never married to this man, just a woman who had a baby from him, $500,000 per year. This is why I say the guidelines need to be updated. It's not enough to tell men to look out and beware of marriage. You also have to protect your seed and watch how you handle these support situations with these illegitimate children that you're having out here. The best way to avoid this is to not get these women pregnant, because it's obvious that women like this, they have no problem with risking their lives, pushing out these babies, or possibly catching a deadly disease for the chance of having a retirement check baby. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. What do you think about this? $500,000 per year, $500,000 for a 6-year-old. Special thank you to BX Panda, NYC Jake, shout out to Lori, Dark Power, and Nathaniel. I appreciate all of you for your support. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.